Sean skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch a skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it. Rep where you from? Where your post department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Try, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chill. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. At first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way.
Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. I'm mad when it come back, I'ma give back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want just wanna be her. From your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it. Don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black. Yeah, and it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Put a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 95, 56.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized. The other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56. 5-9. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Play action. Brees. And that is incomplete here. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. But now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. Whoa. You Mike tonight.
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
You're good. I full, ready. One set. Check. Hey, Charlie. 54.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 29 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, go Mike to 48 right now. Let's go. Rip left.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Prescott on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
48 to Mike. Watch the call.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike. Oh, here we go.
Breeze now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14 yards. Intended for Ezekiel Elliott.
Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Hey, kill. 47. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Kill.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
47. Under. The mic. Check. 48's the mic. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and goal to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Breeze. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 47.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Prescott trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's trash. Switch. Here we go. Go to 54. Line. Mike check 33. Here we go. Go to 54.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Prescott. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Watch the shift. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Under crush.
Running with Elliott. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 46. Go, get out there. 26.
Now Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Drop deep. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike 33.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to regain the lead. Marr now to add the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
You ready? You kill! Topper!
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Austin. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll run with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 48. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming. Check.
Here's Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, it's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 7 yards there and a first down.
40, 95, 56, 95, 56. Sammy.
Now Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extras.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
57. So we got men. Under. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check three, check three, check three.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
He was brought down by Bradley with 2 goals. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Get out there.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Brings up second and 9 at the Seahawks 46-yard line.
On second and 9, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, 46 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Tyler Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Elliott. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. From the 44, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
SOS. Go. Right there, 54.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
This is Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Go 46. Switch it, hey. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Four down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Go 14. Watch the sled. Check 48.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. And that catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams in Week 5. My goodness, that was incredible. In fact, the advanced metrics called it the most improbable catch in the NFL in the last 2 years. And if for some reason you missed it, look it up. Pretty impressive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Tighten up. Go. Get out there. Banjo.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
57's the mic. Watch 57. 57. Then we're going to 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming. I'm coming.
From the 39, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Dallas.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Check. Let's go back to 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 48. Check 48.
Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it. We're going to 54. Why is Danny. Nice 57's right. You.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Count.
Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, the quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They run again with Carson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Dixon has it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
There you go.
On 1st down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Switch. Here go 46.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Completes it to Jason Witten. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The give is to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down, Prescott. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jaron Reed in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We're going to 54. It's a safety creep. Check 13. Here go 46.
Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. The kick by Maher is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play, because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Look out. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Right here. That's it. Check Mike, 54.
Wilson wants to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check out. 36 power. $95. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. I want that.
Throwing now is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And first down. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today, it ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Let's go. Let's do this. Come on, Shaq. Gotta work. Mike 54. You ain't doing nothing.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. Burst by him near the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
48 to Mike.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott yet again. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 11 yards there. 1st down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing to 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Slam, slam, slam. Gun. Check.
A give to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. Check the backer.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Smith, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd
Lucky.
On second down, it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, 44 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Antoine Woods able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Prescott to throw it. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. First down, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on first down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Earl Thomas in on the stop. They go to Elliott again. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, when people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score.